Welcome back to 2 Hours the Hard Way. I know you've missed us. We've been gone for a while, but don't worry, we are back. I am Rhonda.
And I'm Raquel.
And today's topic is, have you ever been disrespected in your house by a guest? And if so, how did you handle that?
Because I see you looking at me. I have been disrespected several times by different people in my house.
Mm-hmm.
One I'm really not going to go into, but other people who really didn't mean nothing to me, I basically told them that I didn't want to be bothered and get out my house, and I just kind of didn't deal with that person anymore. But if it was somebody close to me, which it has been before, you more try to fix those relationships, especially if it's somebody that means something to you.
Right.
But you also learn to, your boundaries and how people view you, I would say, because if you view a person in a certain light, then you feel comfortable to disrespect them.
Right.
So then it also teaches you how to kind of handle that person if it's somebody you want to continue a relationship with. And if not, then good riddance to you, because life's too short to be sitting there dwelling on people who have no respect for you. So have you ever had that problem?
In fact, I have. I just recently had one that happened, and I'm not going to go into detail about who it was and all of that, because it really doesn't matter. The point is, have I been disrespected in my house, and how did I handle it? I will say that this person that disrespected me was older, was a family member. I think when the disrespect first happened, and it was to my face, I was shocked. Shocked. Not, nothing, no cussing me out or anything, but it was this person's first time at my house. And they just said something I just thought was very offensive, very uncalled for, unnecessary. And
they also kept going with it.
And they did. And so I think I'm still in shock because this person is an in-law of mine. So I just personally feel I don't have to deal with that person again. I will not deal with that person again. But I was shocked. I was shocked, like, did you just say that to me in my house? And so the way I'm going to handle that person, and you're never welcomed back in my house again. You're never coming back. And I told several people about what happened, and someone had contacted them and basically said, you offended Rhonda when you said what you said. And they basically said, oh, well.
Basically, F off.
Oh, well, I'm who I am, and I said what I said. So, and unprovoked, what was said was unprovoked. I had literally just said, hi, how are you? And this exchange of rudeness came out of her mouth. So, so no, this person would never be welcomed back in my house again, ever.
So, and I'm going to say this, I was there. I didn't get to hear what happened, but because I was in the kitchen at the time. And I also didn't know who this person was. And people that know me and Rhonda already know that I probably would have whooped her tail. But even though she was older, because you just don't disrespect somebody. And when I found out, my mouth was dropped and I couldn't believe that I didn't hear it. But those of you that know me, I'm deaf in one ear. So I wasn't even paying attention, honestly. And so, that was a hot mess. And I couldn't believe that somebody would just have the nerve to even say something like that to her. I mean, if you knew her, she is a sweetie pie, so just ridiculous. But do you feel like when you're getting disrespected, does it matter to you if it's a family member, a friend, a foe, or like, does that matter to you? Or
So like for this particular person, because this person is an in-law, um, I have no, and I wasn't close to this person.
mm-hmm.
So I didn't see him often. I it would not matter to me if I ever see them again. I would not lose any sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it was someone like my kids or a very close cousin and something like that, my kids, I would check them. A very close cousin, I would. I mean, I think I would feel I can come to them and say, "I can't believe you said." I personally don't have. I don't know anyone in my family that would outright disrespect me like that. I don't know, but you just don't know. Some people may say something and don't realize they're disrespecting you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. So,
And maybe they just feel like they're expressing themselves, and that I'm not giving this person an excuse, but I'm saying maybe she felt like you're my in-law, person, and so I'm just trying to give you some good information that she maybe have thought that it was good information, but
so my issue with her when she was told that she offended me,
mm-hmm.
and her response was not, "Oh my gosh, let me apologize," because that's not what I wanted to do.
Right.
That was not my intentions.
Right.
I'm really looking at you.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at you different.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to handle you different from
Absolutely.
now on. And if we were ever to be in the same room, now I'm not a rude person. So if this person came up and said, "Hey, Ron," I would say hi. And that's as far as that's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to move around the room so I can not be in your presence. I don't want to be near you, around you. In fact, when she left, I even said to several people, "I think I need to sage my house," because that was an evil spirit or nasty spirit that came in my house. She had never been here before. And I don't know what her energy left.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all about positive energy. In fact, my doormat says "good vibes only," and she obviously didn't read that when she came through my door. So she just never welcomed back ever. Now I did one of my, I will say one, I did, one of my stepsons did, I'm not going to say he disrespect. Well, he was on the border. It may have been a disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was more trying to voice his opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I did not end that relationship because that's my stepson, and I just, so it's a, I guess it, so it probably does depend on who it is, and is that a relationship that that I feel that's worth saving, or let's get past this.
Right.
And it was just he was trying to voice his opinion about something, and he was elevating his voice,
mm-hmm.
which I feel is disrespectful because
Absolutely.
I'm the adult.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's an adult too, but I'm your stepmom. Right. So you could only talk to me a certain type of way.
Absolutely.
And so, but I did, so that relationship is still ongoing. He's, because it does depend on who. A stranger, of course, would never be welcome back.
Absolutely.
So,
and for my relationships, the ones that I was disrespected, I'm trying to think, did I even rekindle? Only one that I know that I'm trying to work towards, and of course, because that relationship's important to me,
mm-hmm.
Very important to me. So, you have to figure out, like I explained to this person the other day, You have to figure out if this relationship is important to you and if that's something that you want.
Mhm.
And if it is, then we need to figure out and navigate how to repair it. And also in repairing it, like you said before, you have to understand that I am the older
Mhm.
and you are the younger.
Mhm.
And you still have to owe me that respect because all these years come with wisdom
Mhm.
and all these years come with, man, I don't know everything,
Mhm.
but I do know more than you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I've lived a little longer. And so, and I was very much, we talked about this before on another show, very much brought up old school,
Mhm.
very much, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, very much if an adult says something, whether I'm 40, 50, or whatever, and they're older than me, I still show them respect. Now, I may not agree with what they're saying, but I'm still going to listen and hear them out and then still talk to them in a certain way. Now, that other person we was just talking about that offended you, now I wouldn't have showed her no respect. She would have had to get these hands. But, you know, that probably been the only older person I would have disrespected.
Mhm.
But I feel like, you know, we still, and we've talked about this before, we still need those morals and those values of the respect factor. And I feel like this generation has lost it.
Mhm.
And we've said that too. And so, like you with your stepson and me with the person I'm referring to, those relationships do mean a lot.
Mhm.
And so, you know, I feel like with mine, I think we need to go to some type of counseling
Mhm.
and maybe work through whatever their issues are. And then maybe I can say what my issues are. And then maybe we can see what each other's viewpoint is or why they felt the need to disrespect me or, you know, because you don't know
Mhm.
a person's perception is their reality.
Right.
So I have no idea what their view of me is.
Right.
You know, so, but that's something that, like we said before, that is a relationship that I want.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. And I think even so, the situation that just happened a couple of days ago, when I was disrespected, I think part of me was this is, I literally didn't say anything back to this person.
mhm.
One, again, I was still shocked.
Mm-mm.
And two, I think she's much older and you respect, you respect your elders. It, and does that relate back to even with my stepson? You can say things to me, but you still need. So then, could I have said something? I could have said something to her. I probably should have kindly asked her to gather her things and head out the door.
I think she was already headed out the door.
She did. She headed out, but
That's why she said it right when she was heading out.
yeah, and I will say for this person, and no excuses. She is known to say what's ever on her mind, no matter what it is, who it's about,
Where she's at.
where she is. She doesn't. It means nothing to her. Like she's.
Felt like she has this entitlement to be able to say
I guess
to whoever and whatever.
I guess because when the one person called her to say, "Hey, you offended her," her response is, "I'm 80 years old," as if that's an excuse, like as that's a pass. I get a pass because I'm 80 and I should be able to say and. But no, you don't. And to me, as an 80-year-old,
you know better.
You know better. I expect that from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're told you offended that person,
mm-hmm.
and your initial response is not, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that."
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I don't know her. I don't know her that well. I don't know her well enough for her to say anything to me, just anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still like, did she really say that?
So now let me ask now there's a two-part on that. I don't know if I should say that though.
And you probably shouldn't, because I think I know what you're going to say, and we're not going to go there.
Okay, we're not going to go there.
But I'm with you, and that might be another recording at a different time.
Now, wasn't but he didn't hear it though. I'm gonna say, wasn't your son standing next to you, but he didn't hear it.
He didn't hear the full.
Mhm.
He didn't hear the full.
Now, did you expect him to defend you since he did hear a little bit of it?
I'm not going to say I expected that. Well, when I thought he had heard the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I did expect him to say something, but then I found out he only heard the initial part.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think
he was in shock.
I think he was in
still
shock.
trying to figure out what she was saying.
Yeah, what was she saying? And my mom's probably going to handle that. But so I don't know. I think when I thought that he heard everything, I thought he would have said, probably grabbed the woman by her collar or something.
Who are you talking to?
Like, and you're in my mom's house.
Right.
So, but he said, no, I didn't hear all of that. I just heard the first part, which even that was enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just curious. I know had I been in your situation and it had been my girls, any of my girls, it would have been all bad. Maybe not more so my youngest because she's more quiet to herself. But the rest of them,
she reasons.
Yes. She would probably try to talk to that lady. The rest of them would have been beating her up. They would have had her beat down. So, but yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I had joked with you because I said, I just said, had my brain been working fast enough, you would have been from the kitchen looking in the living room like, is Rhonda tussling on the floor? Like, what's going on?
And I wouldn't have asked no questions. I'd jump right on in.
But I was looking at, she's the elder, and out of shock, I did not respond. I'm like, what?
I get it. I mean, I completely get it. You were caught off guard and definitely wasn't expecting it. And your first interaction, hey, and then bam. So I get it.
Yeah. So how about you? Have you been disrespected in your house? How did you handle it? Are they welcomed back? Like, were you, did you talk it out? Mm-hmm. And are you guys now on good terms, or is that just a relationship that you have severed and you walked away? Mm-hmm. That's it.
All right. Thank you, guys. And we will not be on another hiatus. Hopefully, praying, please. And thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.